a day to look forward to build a future where every woman has the tools and confidence to thrive in the digital age. Today's event boasts of an iconic showcase of experts from various industries where women continue to take the lead as nation builders and decision makers. Again, my name is Aoife, and I am honored to be your MC at today's event, directing the 5th edition of Women Who Inspire in Business, Government, Academia, Enterprise, etc., etc. So buckle up and get ready for a day filled with inspiring stories, groundbreaking ideas, and actionable strategies to empower women across the globe. Welcome to the Beyond Inclusion Empowering Women Digitally. Please make sure to connect with us on social media and post your pictures and tweets with the hashtag WomenInspire2024. And also follow us at Casa Foundation and at us. We want to see your beautiful faces. We want to see your beautiful pictures. We want to make sure that you're having fun. I am deeply honored and excited to welcome to the stage an incredible woman. She is bold, she is inspiring. She is the managing partner at InfCap Corporation, a funds advisory firm that arranges capital for seed stage entrepreneurs in Africa and Canada. She founded Casa Foundation in 2011 as a nonprofit that empowers, advances, and champions women, youth, and entrepreneurs. And she is also a woman who has won multiple awards for the great work that she has done. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Olutoyin Oyerade.
Good morning, Women Inspire. Good morning. It's such a joy to be here this morning, and I'm so honored and privileged also to be standing here before you today. What a beautiful morning and what a beautiful set of people. I'm grateful and honored to welcome all of you. I know that we've had an early morning, everyone coming in from different parts of town and making sure they get here on time. I was quite surprised when they said breakfast starts at 7 o'clock. But this is Toronto, you know, so this is Toronto, and that's how we do it. All right, I bring warm greetings on behalf of the board of Casa Foundation to each one of you this morning. Women History Month is a time to celebrate our wins and to showcase innovative works that women have done, particularly women who inspire across vertical industry sectors. And we know them, we've connected with them over time. And so this morning it's my pleasure, privilege, and joy to welcome some of our esteemed speakers, honoring our keynote, our opening keynote, and that's the Honorable Charmaine Williams, who is the Associate Minister of Social and Economic Opportunity for Women in Ontario. So that's the government of Ontario right there. You're welcome, madam. And of course, this morning is not a roll call, so we'll just do this as time permits. And so we do have our speakers also. I haven't gotten the opportunity to connect with a lot of them because we've all been at different rooms. Marcella is here this morning, all the way from Alberta. Marcella Mandevi is the CEO of the Alberta Women Entrepreneurs and the board chair, the most recent, the immediate past board chair of the Women Enterprise Organization of Canada, managing the Women Entrepreneurship Loan Fund for the Federal Government of Canada. You're welcome, Marcella, and so also is Rosalie from Thunder Bay, managing the Power Women Center for Enterprise under the Women Entrepreneurship Knowledge Hub too. We have quite a number of our speakers here this morning. Janice is here, Wendy on her way, we have Ashley, and we have quite a number of people. We have our sponsors here this morning, and TD Bank, always there for us. Thank you so much. I know we have like 3 or 4 tables, so I'm sure we're still expecting all our colleagues from TD Bank. And of course, as you could tell, the MC is also from TD Bank. And then we have the Vice President of TD Bank Wealth Management here. We have the National Women Manager for TD Bank also. So thank you again all for coming. As people come in, I'm sure the MC will do justice to that. But I just wanted to quickly mention a few people in the room already. Today is a day of celebration for us. And I dare say that it's a time when we not only celebrate, we also connect with ourselves, and we make sure that we share those stories of our journey, where we have been, where we came from, how we navigated the challenges, what gaps we encountered on the way, and how those gaps have been plugged. This is really important for women in the room today. One of the reasons it's really important to each one of us is because everyone is trying to do something. At the end of the day, we need to encourage ourselves. We need not just celebrate the wins, but understand the challenges and how we were able to navigate those challenges to such a point that we now have become huge contributors to the national economy of Canada. I believe that that's who we are as women in business. Everybody has value. They bring the value to the table, and we know for sure that value gravitates towards value. And so today in the room we have women who have done great things, innovative ideas, and so on. Please connect with each one of them. At Casa Foundation, our compelling mandate remains resource support. And so raising capital, providing seed stage funding for women entrepreneurs is our major goal. It is for this reason that we carefully selected some of the incredible women that we will be speaking to us today. We'll be learning from them, and they will also be sharing part of their journey. It's not going to be a long speech, I dare say. However, I wanted to also mention that this is not the time. Of course, it's a day to celebrate. I know the team from Toronto Metropolitan University will be making some presentations on the status of women entrepreneurs in Canada. However, it is not the time to talk really so much about the isms. Of course, they are there, they're present with us. Tokenism, nepotism, or the ageism, the sexism, and all of those. For me, I personally say to our team that it is the time to actually celebrate the sheeps, the friendships and the relationships and the partnerships and all of those allyship and the things that we look forward to. And this is a veritable source of growth, productivity, and revenue generation. That's what you find at Women Inspire. So I encourage you, ladies, and of course I see a couple of gentlemen in the room, and so some of the gentlemen that love us and they are here with us. I encourage you today to take advantage of this huge opportunity and connect with the people in the room, knowing that at the end of the day, value is in the room. And you must be able to tap into the value that each person brings. As I wrap up this morning, I wanted to say also that the digital landscape that we'll be talking about is a veritable source of revenue generation. From about 1,000 women that have graduated from our program at Casa Foundation. Keep in mind again that we're funded by the government of Ontario, the federal government itself, to manage the skills development program and also to manage the Black Entrepreneurship Program. We're one of the 30 organizations appointed by the federal government to do that. Keep in mind, of the 1,000 people that have been trained to date, what we realize is that a lot of people come into the room and share with us the fact that they have no digital platforms or that they're just about getting started creating their own digital platforms. The digital platforms have become a veritable source of funding, revenue generation, and expansion. And so, the opportunity is immense. And so, whilst people talk about the digital platforms on the panels today, it's important that we key into all of these discussions and get your questions ready, because we're going to sit here and we're going to address a lot of those issues. Also, TD Bank funds us as Casa Foundation $5,000 for every graduate of Casa Foundation. And so they have a pool of funds. Yeah, that's why we celebrate. They have a pool of funds, and we hope that today, as we begin to connect with the groups in the room and understand how some of those programs work. These are grants, they are not loans. It's important that we tap into those resources and ensure that we do not leave this space without ensuring that we take advantage of some of the resources that are in the room with us. And so without further ado, please permit me again to introduce the Honorable Charmaine A. Williams, the Associate Minister of Women's Social and Economic Opportunity with the Government of Ontario. In June 2022, she made history as the first Black PC Cabinet Minister, with a focus on increasing women's workforce participation, particularly in the underrepresented sectors like entrepreneurship, skilled trades, and STEM. Minister Williams strives to enhance economic security and independence for women. Prior to her political career, Charmaine served as Brampton City Councillor for Wards 7 and 8 and had a distinguished 19-year career as a certified multisystemic therapist and behavioral consultant, advocating for others through her professional and personal experiences. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us so much joy to bring Charmaine into her space today, and I want to encourage all of you to connect with her as much as possible. A round of applause for Charmaine. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I know, morning. But after yesterday, 17 degrees, you know, we should be invigorated. Well, it's not March 8th yet, but I still want to wish everyone a very happy International Women's Day. And I'd like to thank Women Inspire for bringing us here so that we can talk about the important ways that we can help support each other. So your theme today is Beyond Inclusion, Empowering Women Digitally. And it's a powerful call to action for International Women's Day. And I'll talk shortly about how our government and groups like Women Inspire are working together to support women's inclusion and empowerment. But first, I do want to reflect for a moment on International Women's Day. So you can probably imagine that I have a pretty full schedule this time of the year, and last month, because Black History Month. But I'm 100% delighted for that and by that. You know, International Women's Day is an important event layered with history, with opportunity, dialogue, and hope, and I cherish every single moment of it. My passion as minister responsible for women's social and economic opportunities, a ministry that used to be called Women's Issues. Yes, my issues are my husband's issues. Right? So our ministry is to empower and help women thrive at home, in their community, and in their workplace. And every day I do have the honor of championing that for women. And I get to work with community organizations like Women Inspired to help increase women's social and economic opportunities. So on International Women's Day, it's really clear that we do have many building blocks to celebrate, but there's also barriers to overcome. However, our momentum is unstoppable, and I hear people often say that the future is female. Women contribute, oh, there we go. Is that better? Yeah? I sometimes feel like I'm eating microphones, but I want to make sure you can hear me. That does sound better, actually. Thank you. But women contribute to every aspect of our society. You know, women are leaders. Women are in politics and in sports and in business. And we are teachers, scientists, tradespeople, and farmers who work hard every day to keep Ontario strong and prosperous. You know, we're mothers, we're wives, we're sisters and daughters. The people, in our lives who mean so much to us. And we are role models who show a future generation of girls that they can be anything they want to be. That's why we do have to tell our story. We do have to encourage each other through our journeys so that we can empower and learn from each other. My journey into politics didn't start in the halls of a poli-sci university or anything like that. My journey really started throughout my career, working with women and families and helping them navigate our systems and social services and children's mental health. But my journey was kicked into high gear after a massive health scare after having my 5th child, Malcolm. And that really reminded me of how short life is and how we need to stop telling ourselves that we can't. And that when we go through a door that's often closed or scary on the other side, there are good people on the other side to help us through. So we have to tell our story. Now, our government is committed to empowering all women, yet women and girls in Ontario continue to face disproportionate barriers to achieving their full potential. For example, women represent half of Ontario's workforce, but we are more likely to be employed in part-time or minimum wage positions. approximately 1/4 of all employed women work part-time jobs, which is nearly double the proportion of men. And women represent almost 60% of minimum wage workers in Ontario. Women are underrepresented in higher paying sectors like skilled trades and STEM, and higher paying roles like management positions. And on average, women earn only 87 cents on every dollar earned by men. And that wage gap is even more pronounced for Black, Indigenous, LGBTQIA+ peoples, and peoples living with disabilities. But hey, we changed the name of our ministry to Women's Social and Economic Opportunities, right? So we're committed to changing that. And that's why we're investing in programs that help women improve their financial independence by helping them find meaningful employment to support their families and advance their careers and increase their safety and security. And one program I'm particularly proud of is the Women's Economic Security Program. This program helps low-income women access training in fields like the skilled trades and information technology and entrepreneurship. And this training can help them find jobs, and I've seen it. I've spoken to women whose lives are completely changed because of the programs that we are able to support in community. 6 figures some women have been able to generate after being in a program and changing their lives in just 2 years. It's extremely impactful. And our programs also offer wraparound supports like transportation, childcare, all for women who are at risk of gender-based violence. And we built on the success of the Women's Economic Security Program by increasing the funding to $5.5 million just this year alone. And we have a plan to see that number continue for the next 3 years, $5 million each year, and then some on top of that. In 2022, we announced the expansion of the Investing Women's Futures program to 33 service site locations across Ontario. And these programs help fund organizations across the province that provide safe spaces and training, and to help women gain economic security and increase their safety through financial independence. And so, from just 2021 to 2023, these programs have seen over 14,000 women get supports and get control of a future that they didn't think was so bright. And that really encourages me to keep on going. So we're also taking further action to increase women's representation in the trades and in STEM fields. And our Minister of Education is modernizing Ontario's curriculum and increasing exposure to STEM and skilled trades and apprenticeship pathways at an earlier age, starting as early as grade 4, and making it a requirement that our high schools are teaching kids in grade 9 and 10 technological courses. And this is going to encourage more young girls to be inspired and see a future in STEM and tech. And also the Minister of Colleges and Universities recently announced $100 million to support STEM programs at publicly assisted colleges and universities. These changes are really going to make changes, and I'm looking forward to seeing us change the stigma around girls. You know that saying, oh, girls don't like math? Well, girls do like math. I have 3 girls in the midst of my 5. And one of my daughters, I know she's on her way to technical engineering. And I'm just going to keep encouraging. Yes, that's right, encouraging along the way. In addition to steering more women into skilled trades and STEM sectors, we're also helping more women create jobs. And that's a big thing for me. I want to see more women at the leadership table, because we do know that when you have women at leadership tables, the rest of the company has more diversity, right? And so if we can help more women become CEOs and get that funding to be able to launch their business, we're going to see more diverse within our corporate sectors. We also know that 53% less funding is received by women in capital grants. We have to change that, and also make sure that we're seeing more women at the decision-making boards, you know, where they decide who's going to get the funding and who's not. We have to see more diversity, and so I'm really committed to seeing that change. And I should also make sure that I tell you all that I love to shake things up. If anybody who knows me, ask the questions and get to those tables where some of these decisions are being made, and make sure that we're sponsoring the support of women who we know are going to be able to keep making noise at tables and showing how valuable and strong we are when we're there. So I just want to say that I believe in building partnerships, and I believe in organizations such as Women Inspire who are out there, who are encouraging all of us to see the best of ourselves, to see us as full contributing partners, and to encourage collaboration, not competition, but collaboration. Because when women are working together, great things happen. Ideas and jobs get done, right? We do. Actually, there's studies that show, especially when you have women on job sites in the trades, jobs get done faster. Less money is spent on retooling. It's a good thing to have women there. So together we can improve opportunities for women and encourage and see women pursue their dreams and help build a stronger Ontario. And I always leave every speech with this one line, because when women succeed, Ontario succeeds. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for those inspiring words. Now we're just going to play a quick video on the Casa Foundation story, and then we'll be back with the part that I'm looking forward to the most, our wonderful panels. So take it from here, AB.